Okay, so let's talk about the 10 things you need to know before you move to Frisco, Texas. Number 1, Frisco is one of the fastest growing cities in the country, and for good reason. I think like every other week we're getting voted number 1 for family safety, number 1 for the best place to start a business. It's just all kinds of growth around here. Add that in with PGA putting their new headquarters here. There's a multi-billion-dollar investment from Fields West. We've got Universal Studios, and it's just explosive growth. So number 2 are the schools. Schools are a huge draw for families in this area. I'm sure you've heard that Frisco ISD schools are some of the best in the country, and for good reason. Frisco likes a small school model, so there's going to be a lot of high schools, a lot of middle schools, and a ton of elementary schools. However, Frisco ISD is not the only game in town. If you're looking for private schools, we have those too. Check out Legacy Christian Academy, and there's also Leadership Prep, which is a state-funded charter school. Number 3, Frisco's real estate market is hot. Now, it's not as hot as it was back in like 2022 when we had the big exodus from California and New York to Frisco, and it was a complete bidding war. I think we're looking at maybe 30 to 60 days on market on average right now, but that's going to heat up with the summer coming. So be prepared. Make sure you have a great real estate agent like me who knows their way around, and we'll get you taken care of. Number 4, neighborhoods are really diverse. So on the west side of Frisco, particularly in the northwest, you're gonna find a lot of new development. So there's not gonna be a lot of like grown trees. You know, people do have walkability because there's a lot of trails being built in Frisco, but it's a little bit different than you get on East Frisco and some of the neighborhoods like Starwood, Hills of Kingswood, and the older places that have a lot of trees and they feel like they're a little bit more close-knit community and they're a little bit more grown out. So make sure you know your vibe. If you like the feel of being able to like walk outside your door and walk down the street to go to a restaurant, you might want to check out the areas around the Star. That's really being built up. So just make sure you know your vibe. And if you have any questions about it, I can definitely help. Okay, number 5, Frisco is a sports mecca. If you're not a sports fan, then just skip through this one. But you really do need to know that we have the Dallas Cowboys practice facility located in Frisco, super state-of-the-art facility. We have FC Dallas, which is the professional soccer team, and we also have a hockey team. So a lot of times we'll see like tournaments and championships from other places being played here. And something that's really cool is that if your kids go to Frisco ISD and they play football, during football season, they rotate and they're able to play at the very same field that the Dallas Cowboys practice in. So if that's not cool, I don't know what is. Okay, so number 6. Frisco is really designed for families. I mean, there are parks everywhere. There are parks in neighborhoods. There are major Frisco parks. There's a multi-million-dollar development that's being developed right now on Teal Parkway. There's parks everywhere. And then there's the library. We have like the biggest library. You got to visit the library. There's story time for kids. There's youth sports here. That's a big thing. Club volleyball is a really big thing. So you really get the feel that Frisco was designed for families. Although singles, there's something for you too. But if you're looking for like a club or something like that, you're probably going to have to go a little bit further south, either into Plano or Dallas to get that type of vibe. Okay, so number 7 is the dining. Now, we do have all the chain restaurants that you'll ever want to find. So you Chick-fil-A fans, like, don't stress out. We have Chick-fil-A, although I don't think we have enough. We probably need a few more for the population that we're getting. However, Frisco's doing really well with dining. I mean, we've got a lot of like Latin food popping up, Indian food popping up, Italian, and these are not just chain restaurants. They're actually like mom and pop type restaurants where you get authentic food. One of the tips that I like to say is go down to the Main Street in Frisco and you'll find a lot of restaurants there that have been there for a while that have great reviews. Number 8, and this is a big one. Texas property taxes are a little bit higher than in most places across the country. And also, please make sure that you get information on what the mud and the PID are, okay? So if you want to know what the mud and the PID are, contact me, I'll let you know. But those could make a huge difference in what you pay monthly. And another big deal, you probably need to ask, what were the utility bills the last summer? Utility bills here go up and down, but you need to make sure that the house is properly insulated and you're not paying like some crazy amount for a utility. My house is almost 4,000 square feet. I think during the summertime, it's gotten up to like almost $800 a month, which is crazy, I know. But you'll see a lot of people here that have started to install solar panels. So I can't speak for those. I know there's a lot that goes into those, but if you want to look into that, that's definitely an option. Number 9, and this is a big one too, new construction in Frisco is booming. Now, there's a lot more new construction in like the northwest part of Frisco where the PGA development's going up, Firefly Park, the Universal Studios. You'll probably find a more quiet area in between like the west and the east parts of Frisco. However, there's also some new construction going up on the east part, the very far east part of Frisco around Independence. So it comes with a learning curve though. There are lots of builders, and I just want to make sure that you know that the builder is going to look out for the builder's interests. So if you don't know that, please get a real estate agent like myself, and we'll go help you out with the builder. They do not represent you, and no matter how nice those people are, they are very nice. We meet with a lot of them. They're really great folks, but they are not looking out for your best interests. So please make sure you contact somebody. And then with new construction, obviously comes traffic and growing pains. Frisco's trying its best to keep up with the new developments, with the roads. The Dallas North Tollway's being widened, 380. Stay away from 380 for probably the next year though. But they're working on it. So it's just some growing pains. Okay, number 10, and this is like such a big one. Get a local real estate agent. I promise you, Frisco is so big. There are so many different parts of Frisco that have different, restaurants and vibes and upcoming developments that it's just impossible for a Dallas real estate agent or Fort Worth or, agents that don't normally work in the Frisco area or live in the Frisco area to really know what's going on here. Things are just moving like extremely fast. I have lived in the Frisco area for the last 15 years. My kids have grown up in the Frisco ISD school district and the private schools. They've done sports here. We've lived here. We've driven these roads every day. So we definitely know the lay of the land and where we can help you better locate for yourself and your family and what's going to make sense for you if you have to work from home or if you have to commute into Dallas. So please reach out, give me a call. I would love to help you, even if you just have questions and you're just looking for, some answers on what it's like to live in different parts of Frisco. We can definitely take a tour there. We can do virtual tours of houses. I will answer right away, and you can ask me all the things about Frisco.